Welcome back to the channel. This is the back nine at Spyglass Hill. If you missed the front nine, you can check it out on the link at the top right of the video. I'm currently at 8 over par, mainly due to errant drives off the tee, but I was able to make a few adjustments and found the fairway on the 8th and 9th hole. So here we are on the 10th. That was a wonderful drive down the middle of the fairway with a perfect shot shape for this hole. It is always nice to have a wedge in for the approach.
Felt good. See the number.
A solid strike here leaves me with about 10 feet for birdie. The greens here are wonderfully smooth. The ball looks like it's floating on the green instead of rolling. They are that immaculate. We'll miss the birdie putt, but we start off the video with a nice par. 11th hole is a dog leg right. I have a 3-wood here, and I love me a draw, but not on this hole. It would find the rough, and not knowing the layout, I actually grabbed the wrong club here. This is an 8-iron, but the fairway runs out, and there's bunkers that completely surround the green. So this is about a 75% swing. I find the first cut, but still have a decent lie. Another wedge into the green for my approach. Unfortunately, I pulled the shot. And you definitely do not want to be above the hole on the 11th.
I feel like I'm at Tiger Woods in the Masters when he like chipped that shot in, that one like that way and just...
This putt is pretty much an impossible putt to get close to the hole.
Oh.
Unless you stuff it in.
What a shot! I thought it was going to go flying past.
It was!
Well done. What
Wow.
a shot. That's the putt of the day.
That is the, yeah.
Nice birdie.
Thank you.
That wasn't just the putt of the day. That was the greatest putt I have ever hit in my life. So coming off of that thrill, we move to the 12th. That is a pitching wedge in hand. There is water to the left, so we want to avoid that.
You see a splash?
I didn't see the splash. I don't know if it just went into the thick rough just before the water.
And that is exactly what happened. The ball actually plugged right in front of the red penalty area. So we have this chip for birdie. I'm not really sure what the ruling is here about cleaning the ball when it is plugged, when you take it out of a plug lie. So I didn't clean off the ball. It worked out for me anyways. And we will have a nice tap in for par. 13th hole is a beautiful par 4. Looking back, I think it was my favorite on the back nine. Unfortunately, this drive went way right. Thought I had it figured it out, but we reopened some old wounds. I have to split the uprights here if I want to hit the green, and that is exactly what I do. Unfortunately, it hit the front of the green and rolled all the way off the back of the green. This is one of those greens where you do not want to be above the hole. I hit the spot where I wanted to land this ball, but it rolls past the hole. So we have this long putt for par. And the short game is coming alive. We knocked that in for par. The back nine is doing better, but let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. 14th hole is a par 5. We will find the middle of the fairway. This will lead us with a nice layup. I have 8-iron in hand. The layup area here is very narrow, but going for it in 2 was not realistic either, unless I'm a professional, which obviously I'm not. Get a little fortuitous here as I pull this left, but that was where I should have been aiming all along. Today is a day of being lucky and being good. That right there was being pretty good there. We stuff it in for about 10 feet. We have a birdie putt. Gonna come up just a tad short and pull it a little to the left, but another tap in for par. Through 15, we are 1 under in the back nine. 15th hole, par 3, short par 3. This is a 54-degree wedge.
Oh, that's the shot.
Ooh, look at that spin.
Wow.
I was very pleased with that shot. So we have this putt for birdie. We would not be pleased with that birdie putt, but we will have a nice tap in for par. 16th hole is probably the signature hole on the course. It is by far the most difficult one. It is a blind dog leg to the right with a tree planted in the middle of the fairway. Here is that tree in all of its glory. Unfortunately, I took that tee shot a little too far right. I thought that was the right line. I was trying to hit a fade on this approach shot, but as you can tell from the shot tracer, that did not happen. The rough closed the club face on this shot here, hit it a little too far left than I wanted, and as you can tell, not too pleased. We find ourselves in the bunker for the first time of the day, but we would splash that out pretty nicely. Leaves us with about 5 feet for bogey. I thought I had the right line here, but as you can see, there was a lot of break on that putt. That puts a bruise on what has been a wonderful back nine, but we have to stay positive. This short par 4 dog legs to the left, but that was a little bit too much of a draw. If you're gonna hook it on the 17th hole. Leaves me with about 65 yards, got a sand wedge in hand. And when I struck it, I thought that was perfect, but we hit the lip of the bunker and it stays on the lip. So I have this awkward stance for birdie. This would be a great outcome. Putting for par here.
Oh, lovely putt.
That was a par, I think, right?
Could not believe that I made par there with the predicament I was in. This back nine was probably the best 9 holes of golf I have played in a long time. We continue with a great drive. We catch the piece of the fairway. That is a pitching wedge from about 115, and that was absolutely flushed.
Go.
That's the one for the channel.
There you
So we stick it to about 10 feet. Putting for birdie. Let's leave on a positive note.
It's left, and then it goes.
Yeah, you know, we have a tendency to pull the putts left, but we had this nice tap in for par. What an amazing back nine I had. 1 over on the back. I have no words to describe how good I felt, especially on a course like Spyglass. Shooting an 81, I will never forget this. But the trip is not done. Our last round is at none other than Pebble Beach. Hopefully I can take this positive momentum into that round. I can tell you, even if I didn't, just being there was such an amazing experience as a golfer. We have reached the promised land, so keep a lookout for that video to drop, and I will see you on the first tee at Pebble.
Ken sucks at golf.
Hit that like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
Go.